Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Adib Irfan bin Ismail. My metric number is B08221051. I will explain about multimeter and also the advantages and disadvantages using multimeter. Multimeter or multitester is an electronic measuring instrument that combines several measurement functions in one unit. A typical multimeter may include features such as the ability to measure voltage, current, and resistance. This is the picture of the multimeter. Multimeter has four main panels. The first panel is display. The display is where measurement readout can be viewed. The button for selecting various functions. The option is vary by model. Dial or rotary switch for selecting primary measurement value, volt, amps, and ohm. Input jack where the test leads are inserted. This is the function of the multimeter. Min or max button beeps when a new min or max observed while calculating running average. Shift key used to access the yellow labeled feature. Screen backlight button. This is for the AC voltage. This is for the DC voltage. This is for the AC but in millivolt. This is the ohmmeter setting. This is the continuity people. This is for diode test. This is for DC current and this is for AC current. This is for the emitter terminal. This is for the common ground. And this is for anything but not the emitter terminal. Okay, the advantages for using multimeter is the input impedance is high, the frequency range is high, the construction is rude, and disadvantages using multimeter is the accuracy is less, the resolution is poor, and it is difficult to interface the output with the external device. Okay.
What we are doing here is we want to measure the value of the resistor. The resistor we use is 1 kilo ohm, and we switch on the digital multimeter and we calibrate it first, and then we touch the multimeter to the resistor. So the value that we measured is 0.98 kilo ohm. And after that, what we are doing here, we want to measure the voltage of the resistor using a DC supply, 6 volt of power. We touch it, and what the value we measured is 6.02 volt. After that, we want to measure the current of the resistor. We switch on the supply with 6 volt of power, and we switch on the digital multimeter, and we make the circuit to measure the current, and we touch it, and what the value we get is 6.12 milliampere. And after that, we want to measure the capacitance. We use a 10 microfarad. We put it on the breadboard and we switch on the multimeter, digital multimeter, and switch toggle to the capacitance multimeter, and we touch the capacitance with its polarity, and what we get, the measured value is 10 microfarad. It's quite accurate. We cannot measure the inductance using multimeter because it is more difficult to measure inductance than resistance or capacitance. Inductance is usually measured in units called millihenries or microhenries. It is commonly measured by using a frequency generator, an oscilloscope, or a LCR multimeter. It can be calculated through a voltage current slope measuring the change in the electrical current passing through the coil.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Adib Irfan. Today I will show you the application of multimeter by using a multisim. Okay, first of all, I will show you how to measure a resistance. This is how we measure a resistance. Assume that we doesn't know the value of this resistance. Click the multimeter and set it to ohm, and then run. Okay, we see that the value of the multimeter, the value of the resistance is 1 kilo ohm. This is how we measure the resistance by using a multimeter in multisim. And then I will show you how to measure a voltage across a resistance. With this one, set it to voltage, and then we see that the value of the voltage across the resistance is 6 volt. And this circuit is how we measure a voltage across a resistance. And then I will show you how to measure a current across a resistance in a circuit by using a multimeter. Construct the circuit like this, and then set the multimeter to ampere, and then we see that the value of the current across the resistance is 6 milliampere, and this is how we calculate how we measure the current across a resistance by using a multimeter. In this multisim, we cannot use the multimeter. In this multisim, we cannot use a multimeter to measure a capacitance, because multimeter in this multisim do not have ability to measure a capacitance. But I will show you how the characteristics of the capacitance by using a multimeter in multisim. Okay, first, set it to voltage. The circuit is now the circuit is in open circuit, and now I will make it in closed. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, we saw that the voltage in this capacitance is now 6 volt. Why we use a resistance? Because we cannot adjust the range of the multimeter in this multisim. That's why we add a resistance here. Then I make it in open circuit. See that the voltage in this capacitance discharge. See, multimeter do not have ability to measure inductance. That's why I didn't show that in this multisim. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, good morning to Conservati. Okay, today I want to explain and discuss about our calculation about the multimeter that we are measured in lab. So in calculate value, we are using basic value, that is V equals to IR. So V equals to IR, I we get 6 milliampere times 1 kilo, so we get voltage is 6 volt. And then we also calculate the absolute error, percentage of error, and percentage of accuracy. So absolute error, formula of absolute error is true value minus measure value. So we get 0.02. The the formula of percentage of error is absolute error divided by true value times by 100%. So we get 0.33%. And percentage of accuracy, the formula of percentage of accuracy is 100% minus 0.33%, so we get 99.67%. And then the same steps will continue to the resistance and current also. So resistance we get 1 kilo ohm, and current we will get 6 milliampere. Okay, for measure value, we get and we test in lab. So voltage we get 6.02 volt with using digital multimeter, and current we get 6.02 milliampere also with using digital multimeter. And last one, we measure the resistance, we get 0.98 kilo also with using the digital multimeter. This is the simple process of calculation that we are measuring.